Hello, and welcome to Lesson 2 in Introduction to Psychology. I'm Stephen Bishop, your instructor for this course. Psychology is the science that studies behavior and mental processes. Behavior is any action that we can observe. Mental processes are covert or unseen processes that occur in the mind. How do we know what is really happening in someone's head? Many psychologists think that it's impossible to figure out what's going on in somebody's mind, so they focus mainly on behavior. One psychologist who believed this was B.F. Skinner. He was one of the first behaviorists. He said there's no reason trying to figure out what was going on in somebody's brain. It was like a big black box. So he focused instead on people's behavior, observable actions that we could all see and be objective about. Some of his famous sayings are, "Give me a child and I can shape him into anything." Talking about that big black box that we call our mind, he said the real problem is not whether machines think, but whether men do. Let's stop for a question. B.F. Skinner thought it was important to understand the mental processes going on in the mind if we could really understand behavior. If you said false, you're correct. B.F. Skinner did not think we needed to worry about mental processes, what was going on in the mind. On the other extreme was Sigmund Freud. Sigmund Freud was the father of psychoanalysis, and he definitely believed in trying to understand mental processes and what was going on. In fact, he studied the unconscious and thought that we were shaped mostly by what happened before we were even 5 years old. He looked at ways to figure out what was going on in the brain, such as analyzing dreams. One of his quotes is, "The interpretation of dreams is a royal road to knowledge of the unconscious mind." Psychology has four main goals. That is description, trying to know what's happening; explanation, trying to know why is it happening; prediction, when will it happen again; and control, how can it be changed. Let's look at each one of those in turn and talk about it a little bit. So one way psychology can help me is helping us describe what's happening. Is he or she acting crazy? Well, you can tell in this picture, yeah, they probably are acting crazy. But psychology is not just about describing crazy behavior, it's also about describing normal behavior that we see every day. Just as a quick review, do you remember what the four goals of psychology are? Can you list them? What are they? If you said description, explanation, prediction, and control, you were correct. Another goal of psychology is explanation, trying to figure out why certain behaviors are happening. So in this case, I wonder why he is acting crazy. Another way psychology can help us is by helping us predict behavior. What behavior can we predict is going to happen? In this case, I wonder if he or she will go off on me again if I come home drunk and smelling of perfume and cologne. Psychology can also help us control how things occur. So one aspect of psychology is helping us to manipulate other people. Advertising uses psychology to make us buy their product. Let's stop for another question. A psychologist believes that a patient's hallucinations are the result of a brain injury. What aspect of psychology is this psychologist most focused on? If you answered B, explanation, you are correct. I have a few videos posted. One is on conformity. I think you'll find it fun to see how people react when their behavior is different than everybody else's. There's also a selective attention test. What I want you to do is pay very close attention to the people in white, count how many times they pass the basketball, and see if you're smart enough to count every pass of that basketball. You might be surprised how hard this task really can be. There's also a clip from Big Bang Theory where you can watch how Sheldon's behavior was trying to be controlled by his girlfriend. We'll also get back into our Batman analysis. So there's a video on Batman Unmasked. We'll talk more about this in our discussion boards.